It's a Christmas film centering around a film production. What is not to love? I had high hopes for Christmas in Homestead, and I have to say, for the most part, I feel like it delivered. This film was released in 2016 and is directed by Stephen R. Monroe and written by Rick Garman. And I will read the description out from IMDb, which I think gives a pretty accurate overview. Life is turned upside down for the handsome mayor of Homestead when a movie comes to shoot there in the middle of the Christmas season. And when the movie's leading lady starts falling for him, things get a whole lot more complicated. So it's a traditional Hallmark blueprint of two single people meet around the holidays and there are complications that would perhaps hinder any kind of relationship. It doesn't say there, but it's also important, is that the mayor, Matt, also owns the hotel, or I guess B&B, where Jessica, the star of this film, is staying. As is Vince, he's staying there as well. So that's kind of important for their meeting and spending time together. But they also spend a lot of time with Matt's daughter, Sophie. And she's a big fan of the films that Jessica's done before, some films about dragons or something. And she spends a lot of time with Sophie, so she gets to know Matt, and she gets to uncover things about herself and learns to look at the bigger picture outside of her career. Now, as somebody who is painfully obsessed with her own career and who sometimes doesn't always see what's really important in life, that is one of my weaknesses, I found that really eye-opening and really enlightening. And because it's based on a film that's being made, I love the film within a film concept. I just always do. And that's something that I definitely enjoyed here. So the blueprint is not the most unique in the world, but I really enjoyed it. And I'll be honest, the first 15-20 minutes were maybe a little bit slow. They did drag a tiny bit, but once it got going and we got to know Jessica more, I found it to be really engaging and really quite addictive, and I really wanted to know what happened. And the ending was not what I expected. It concluded in a way that I thought was very clever. I apologise if you could hear my voice going. I seem to be losing my voice. Maybe somebody's trying to tell me something. Narrative, great. Very festive. Lots of beautiful lights and, festive decorations. It's really lovely. And having Sophie, played by Rae Silzer, or Silzer, she's a brilliant youthful energy in this. I love her passion for Jessica's films. The only criticism I have is I wish she would listen to that iPad with headphones. I know it's good to hear what your child's watching, but really that was very irritating. Taylor Cole as Jessica does a fantastic job. Loved her performance. She plays kind of, I was going to say the two sides to Jessica really well, but I guess it's more Jessica's change in personality as the narrative shifts and she learns more about herself. She does the two really well, and you can kind of see the contrast working. Michael Rady is an ultimate Hallmark Christmas love interest. He fits the role very well. Very, very happy with his performance. I really liked Vince, played by Branson. I think he wasn't in it as much as I would have liked, but I definitely liked him in this. There is nothing about this film that I didn't like. As I said, the beginning's maybe a little bit slow to get started, and it took me a little while to engage with Jessica as a character and kind of fathom what I was supposed to be feeling about her. But once it got underway, thoroughly enjoyed it, really loved it. Maybe not my all-time favourite Hallmark Christmas film, but definitely one that I'd happily watch again, and without a doubt, it's one that I would recommend.